Let's talk about Kirby. Kirby's doing exceptionally well right now. Uh, Kirby Air Riders, brand new video game that just released, doing surprisingly well. Better than I thought it was going to be honest with you. According to the Famitsu sales in Japan, which according to the gold standard doesn't matter because they don't even bother, right? Like this is why I cannot take the numbers of Circana or Alinea or anything like seriously, although more so Circana. Because they don't include Nintendo numbers. They don't include like digital Nintendo numbers or Nintendo in general half the time. So you'll have them saying, oh, yeah, XYZ game is like number one best-selling game in the world. Well, actually, that's not true. They say in the US, but they really try to make it seem like it's everywhere. And then everybody like mimics it and goes online and repeats the same shit, but they tend to slowly but surely leave out the US asterisk to it. Kirby's doing exceptionally well. So if you look over here, software sales, Kirby just released, and for its first week, it did 195,000, almost 200,000 retail units. That is retail only, like physical. That is not digital. Okay. Mario Kart did another 67,000 units. And it's at a total lifetime of 2.2 million units. Keep in mind, guys, there are certain people out there that try to tell you that in Japan, they're doing the same thing that we're doing. And I keep telling you guys that they're not. And these people, I guess they don't understand Japan. I really don't know what it is. But Japan is a 70-30 split for physical versus digital sales. Japan is still majority physical sales by a long shot. It's in their culture. It is bred into their society. And they also have a much better system of tracking and managing retail sales on a physical, from a physical standpoint. They have a much better system than we ever do in the US. They love their physical games, and they love it even more with Nintendo, right? PlayStation is at about a 65% split, whereas Nintendo is at almost 80% physical sales. So when you look at these numbers and you see Mario Kart had 2.2 million sales in Japan just from physical by itself, and it's being left out of these supposed gold standard lists of where games are, you know, how games are doing all throughout the world and whatnot. It's a fucking joke, bro. It's an absolute joke. This is why I don't look at these gold standard lists. I just look at all of them. I try to take every list that I can see and try to come to like a medium understanding of where things are probably at. I'll never fully know where they're 100% at because, well, they don't want to tell us, right? Japan will tell us. They'll tell us their physical sales all day long. But it's very difficult to get the information from the US side of things or the Western industry side of things. So in any case, yeah, Mario Kart, yeah, it's crazy. Mario Kart World's at 2.2 million physical units. Pokemon Legends ZA did 28,000 last week. It is at almost 1.3 million physical units sold. Almost 1.3 million. And that's for the standard Switch. Keep that in mind. The standard Switch. The Nintendo Switch 2 edition has another 798,000 physical copies sold. So when you combine the two, it is almost at where Mario Kart World is, which is right above 2 million units sold between Nintendo Switch 1 and Nintendo Switch 2. Crazy shit. We got Hyrule Warriors at 101,000. Dragon Quest 1 and 2 HD 2D Remake is at almost 300,000. Minecraft is at 4 million physical copies sold on the Nintendo Switch. Minecraft still sells to this day. How the fuck is Minecraft still selling to this day? It's unbelievable how much money Minecraft makes. I don't even want to think about it. Animal Crossing on the original Switch, 8.2 million copies sold. Physical. 8.2 million copies sold. 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 8.2 million co So I gotta say it again. Physical. That's not even fucking digital. 8.2, whatever, almost 8.3 million physical. Donkey Kong Bonanza's not really doing that well. 379,000. I guess that's okay, I suppose, when in comparison to Kirby. And I don't know why Dragon Ball Sparking Zero is still selling, but whatever. 15,000. Call of Duty Black Ops 7. 15,000. Oh shit. Now, to be fair, Call of Duty in Japan really isn't that. It's not that huge. Okay, I mean it's good enough, but it's not that huge. Super Mario Galaxy, 100,000 total. And what else? Anything of note? Let's see. Super Smash Brothers Ultimate is still selling to this day. It came out in 2018. It's still selling to this day. Thousands of copies. It's at almost 6 million physical copies sold. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe for the Nintendo Switch is still selling, by the way. 6.4 million copies sold. Oh, you guys want to hear a fun fact? It has now been almost 2 months. Almost 2 months since Ghost of Yotei has released in Japan. Ladies and gentlemen, after 2 months, it has sold 184,000 copies. I need you guys to understand that Ghost of Tsushima, in its first week, sold 220 some odd thousand copies in its first week. So in 2 months, Ghost of Yotei is still 40,000 copies less than Ghost of Tsushima's first week in Japan from a physical sales standpoint. And again, you're going to have the people cope and see. They're going to be like, oh, everybody's buying it digitally. Nope, not in Japan. Not in Japan. What it shows is that there's a trend, okay? It's a trend. That's really what these numbers show. They're all about showing a trend, especially when it comes to sequels. Just like people try to say the Steam numbers don't matter because it's not the only... We know that it's not the only metric. We know that. We know that. But what it does show is a trend. It shows a downward trend that is applicable to almost every avenue. And you could say, well, more people buying it in the US than in Japan. Really? Really? Is that the cope now? Like, how many times are we going to move the goalposts before we just admit that you guys left money on the table? The game is successful. It made its budget back. You should be happy with that. But the truth is that you absolutely left money on the table. Both things can be true at once. But unfortunately for these people, they never want to admit the other truth. They only want to admit whatever their truth is. Demon Slayer did pretty well. Kimetsu no Yaiba, the new fighting game, 149,000. And then, oh my God, Pokemon Scarlet and Pokemon Violet still selling 5.6 million copies. Woof. Even Stalker 2. Oh, Stalker 2. Did that just come out in Japan? Stalker 2 just came out in Japan. 1,519 in Japan. Wow. All right. Interesting. In terms of hardware, the Switch 2 is at almost 3 million units. The PlayStation 5 digital is at almost 1.1 million. The Switch OLED is at almost 10 million units. The PlayStation 5 Pro is at 281,000. The Switch Lite is at 6.8 million. The regular Switch is at 20. Oh my God, bro. What the Bro, 20. God damn, bro. Almost 21 million units. I mean, it's Japan, right? So, like, is that really shocking? PlayStation 5 is at almost 6 million. Xbox. Bro, Xbox, what do we do? Why are you even in Japan? Why are you even in Japan at this point? Xbox, just leave. Just leave, bro. Nobody wants you there. Seriously, nobody wants you there. I'm sorry. It's the truth. Why are you even there? Xbox Digital Edition only sold 24,000 units. In comparison to the PlayStation Digital, they sold 1.1 million. Xbox Series X, 323,000. Series S, 340,000. PlayStation 4, almost 8 million. You can combine every single Xbox together, and it's still going to be less than half of what the PlayStation 5 Digital did by itself.
Holy shit.
This is so interesting to look at. I love looking at these numbers to better understand how different things are depending on where you are in the world. Japan does not give a fuck about Xbox, bro. They do not care. But to be fair, the rest of the world doesn't either because the numbers are really, really, really down. So anyway, crazy numbers. Crazy numbers. Very interesting stuff. I would be very curious to see where Kirby's at next week. We'll follow up next week and we'll see where it's at. Because again, Mario Kart obviously is dominant. It's dominant. So we'll see if this can even compete. We'll see.